This is my favorite part of the interview of the shows right here, man. The interviews, we get to showcase the incredible talent that we have right here in our own backyard in Central Ohio. It's really an honor to have these two young ladies on today, man. You got a chance to see them last night. I've seen them a couple of different times, and they take me back to a time in Columbus, man, where it was heavy with the basketball. I'm talking about like legends like Tamika Patterson at South High School and Helen Darling over at Brookhaven, and just some of the greats, man. And that's who we have on the show today, man. Let's get them on from Pickerington Central, all right? State champions. Zach, man, let me say this one more time, man. Two of the best players in America.
In the country.
No question about it. I don't care about top 100, any of that. You looking at them right now. Maliya Perry, Madison Greene. Maliya, the commit to Auburn University. Madison, the commit to Penn State. Looking for their second consecutive back-to-back state championship this year. Ladies, welcome to the Central Ohio Hoops Report. What's up? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good. How are you? Yeah, feeling good.
Hey, very good. Thank you. Listen, we could start in so many places. Let's just talk about last night. You guys had a big game. Pickerington North versus Pickerington Central, always huge. You guys get the big victory last night. Just talk about how you guys felt out there, and just talk about how the season's been going so far.
Yeah, sure. The season has been going great so far. We've been playing well as a team. Sharing the ball well. We've been making our shots. We're a really good shooting team this year, and we pride ourselves on defense. And we've been really killing it, getting a lot of steals and all that. And last night just proved like how great of a team we are. We play together and we got the job done.
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, I think that we've been having a solid season. We have had one loss, so we've had that humbling experience. So we know what it takes. We're the Division One champions from last year, and we know what to get done. We know we can't get too complacent, and we always have to play with that chip on our shoulder because every night somebody's gonna want to have to come after us, and we have to play, like we're the best, and we have to hold it down for our school. So.
Yeah, last night's performance. This is the first time I've seen you guys since I think when you both were freshmen. So. Started out hot. Maliya, you had, it looks like 15 points in the first half. You got it going there in the first quarter especially. Your offensive game is very, very polished from the mid-range especially.
Yes, it is.
Just talk about, how you attack on the offensive end and what things you do really well.
I've started to notice that I can be more of like a slasher. I've kind of, as the year's been going on, found what my game was. I'm not just a shooter. I shouldn't just stand on the three-point line. I've figured out that I can actually get to the rim. I'm actually stronger than what I used to think I was. So as I've started to develop in my game and working on my craft, I've started to notice like little things like the lanes getting open. So me just going and, doing more than just being a shooter. So I have more, more to my name for people to respect.
Absolutely. No question. I mean, look, in my opinion, you do it all.
Hey.
I've said.
Look at the stat line last night. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals.
She does it all.
She does it all.
Yes.
I mean, she filled it up last night on the glass, in transition around the basket, and especially, shooting that mid-range jump shot around the free throw line.
Yeah.
It was money last night, automatic. So.
Go ahead, give me some of Madison's numbers, man.
Hey, Madison, so you thought Maliya was good. Madison, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 8 steals.
The 8 steals.
And they both played about 2.5 quarters, I would say.
Unbelievable. Look, Madison, what I want to ask you is, being the point guard, being the the leader, just talk about how that impacts your game. When do you feel like it's necessary for you to take over in games offensively, knowing that you have a great player on the side of you like Maliya? And just talk about how your game has evolved from a freshman to now as a senior and one of the top point guards in America.
Yes, I feel like my game has developed, a lot from my freshman year. Freshman year I came in from 8th grade, and me and Maliya, both of us, we came in and we made an impact right away. And I feel like we've helped Pick Central, get back on top to where they're supposed to be, and I'm very happy about that. Yeah, my game, I just try to be the best leader I can be. I feel like I've developed over the years from my freshman to senior year now. Instead of just being leading by example, I'm trying to lead more vocally now, and hopefully, that's working.
It is.
It is.
and it's showing. But I just try to play my best game every game, try to motivate my team during the game, before the game, during halftime, and Maliya does too, she's a great leader as well. So I'm just, blessed to be a part of this team and just do what we do.
And then someone who's not on the show I was really impressed with was Nicole Stevens. I haven't seen all the shooters in the area on the girls' side, but she has to be up there with the elite. She just committed to Akron not too long ago. Playing with her so you guys both can get to the basket and create. What's it like having an automatic shooter out there that you can dish to at any time?
I think it's great, having an extra person. It's always good, especially with our team, because anybody could be the leading scorer that night. It's not like one person is scoring 20 each night. It's like it doesn't matter who it is. Somebody's going to get to the basket. Somebody's going to make a shot. That's what I like about our team, especially having Nicole, seeing her in the corner, having that confidence in your teammate, knowing that she's going to knock it down is definitely a confidence booster, especially for a team. And it's a great thing to have.
Yes, of course. Like, me and Maliya, we're like the main people that people think about, like, oh, we got to stop them. But just having the extra pieces that we have, like, we have a very talented team, that people tend to forget about, like, how talented we are, and just have people like Nicole, stepping up and just being there, it releases the pressure off of us, so we can, make like better decisions and it helps us win games.
I like to take it back. You know what I mean? Like, we see you now, seniors, young ladies, great basketball players, great role models for the young people in the community. But let's talk about when you were young. Was it always basketball? Did you ever play another sport, soccer? Was it, whatever it may be? Or was it always from day one the basketball and, this is, the sport that you chose to, to get where you are today?
Well, me, honestly, it's funny. If I was, like, if you was asked me, do you think I would be where I'm at when I was in 6th grade, I would sit there and tell you that you're crazy. And no, because I honestly never thought about basketball. Actually, I wasn't even really going to get serious about it. My best friend at the time, Uju, she plays for Reynoldsburg. She was like, I used to go to Reynoldsburg when I was younger. She was like, hey, you should try out for our team. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not really into basketball. But, I gave it a shot. And then, I've never played any other sports, so basketball was pretty much my main focus. So since 6th grade, that's what I've been doing. It's just playing basketball, getting better.
Hold on, you say you picked up a basketball 6th grade?
Yeah, 6th grade.
How impressive that? I mean, you hear these stories all the time.
5 years.
Yeah, especially on
much,
on the boys' side. They're like, oh, he just started playing basketball. No, 6th grade, and now in basically all of about 5 years.
5.5 years.
Yeah, you've developed your game that much. Just talk about the progression from it. 6th grade, you walk out there. I'm sure you're not the best player. I'm sure it was kind of awkward for you. But just talk about what you've been through, the development, the progression to get to be the player you are now.
Yeah, Madison knows when I was in 6th grade, I was a little overweight. I wasn't that athletic. I wasn't that. I didn't think I would, end up where I am. But as the years progressed, like 7th grade, I stretched out. I was probably like 5'9" in 7th grade, just balling on girls. And then I started getting real serious. So I started training with Tanya McClure-Harris. I don't know if you guys are familiar with her. She went to Ohio State. She was a Gahanna alum. We just hit the gym 5 a.m. every morning. She just told me that she was going to get me ready and she was going to develop me. So as the years went on, we just got every year progressed, and I just seen myself develop each and every year. And it just was more of a drive. Like, I just wanted to get better. So every year I would focus on something different. And I still do it now. I don't think my game is perfect. I know I always have something to work on. I always have a chip on my shoulder. So that's how you get better, is you just want to learn. If somebody has something to say, you take it in and you develop yourself.
Just real quick, Madison, now as far as your progression from a young player, just talk about for you, were there any other sports growing up, any other sports that had your interest, or has it always been the basketball for you?
Nah, it's always been basketball. My dad is the reason that I play basketball. He's the one that got me into it. I've been playing since I was 2, dribbling the ball. I started playing games 3rd grade, so it's always been basketball. But the great thing is it's not just basketball. I'm not just a basketball player. I'm like an overall person. I go out. I spend time with my friends. Go swimming. I go to the Y. I have a a great life and a very supportive family that has helped me, mature me and, teach me about life, and it's just a huge blessing.
Absolutely.
And for you, I feel like, I hadn't covered a lot of girls basketball the last few years. Even when you were a freshman, I knew your name. So you came in with a lot of high expectations. How has your career been handling those expectations and then continuing to get better each year? Like, what have you had to do in order to, not let the hype get to your head?
I don't try to pay attention, to the outside. I just, try to focus on myself, making myself better mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all that. And just having a great team next to me and great coaches and a great family. They've helped me, stay sane, it's a lot, but and trying to balance life, in school, it's hard.
Recruiting.
Yes.
Making these decisions.
Mm-hmm. It's been tough, but just like committing, that released a lot of pressure off my shoulders, definitely this year. So I'm just out here to have fun, help lead my team to championships, which hopefully we can. I'm very confident. But it's been a great ride. Just developing my game, just watching film. Seeing how much I progressed as a leader, as a scorer, as a defender. It's great.
In this 2019 class, you guys are just two of a handful of big time talent in Central Ohio. The girls, they don't get as much support and attention as the boys do. What are your thoughts on just this 2019 class in the area? You got girls like Jordan Horston going to Tennessee, Gabby Hutcherson going to Ohio State, J.C. Sheldon going to Ohio State. What's it like playing with and against all those girls, coming up?
And not just the Central Ohio, because you two are national players. So let's just use Ohio in general. You got Zaya Cook that you know very well. So you just the whole. All the players that you got a chance to, see and play with in Ohio. What do you think about this class? Yes.
Yeah, I think personally, all of us have played with each other, like whether it was just like a camp or I think we're all just hungry. Like we all have like that one goal, and we all knew that, in order to achieve that, we all had to work. So I think it's great that Ohio, especially Ohio, put it on for us. I know we're probably for recruiting, we're probably up there in the top. We have a lot of great players. Jordan Horston, great player. Who else is? Summer Pitchner. I don't know if you guys ever seen her from Westville South. She's going to Indiana State.
Yes.
Summer, great player. I played AAU with her. I just think everybody. Personally, I like to see everybody do good. It's great to see all these girls go in Division I. Even if college is college, no matter where you go, it's just good to see everybody being able to play on that next level, no matter where you're going.
Yeah, it like she said, we play against these people all the time. We play with them, against them. It's been a great process. Just to see how they develop as well. Not only us, but just having those competitors. They help make us better. They help make us work. They show us they're like this. Oh, they're this good. Oh, we gotta work hard. We gotta be better than them. And it's been great.
We have a comment here from Kurt Stubbs who says, no better player, boy or girl, in Central Ohio in crunch time than Madison Greene. And Kurt knows every player. He knows the backup second baseman for the baseball team across the street. So for that, that's extremely high praise. Kurt does his homework and watches a lot of basketball. So
yes, sir. Thank you.
And to get those honors, you've had to do it on the big time. You guys are coming off a state championship. What has it been like since you are state champions? Does it feel different now? Are teams coming at you differently, or is it kind of the same old thing?
It still feels surreal. Like I still wake up and think wow, I'm a state champion, because it's just one of those opportunities. Like not too many people can say I'm a state champion, but going into this year, we definitely knew that we had a chip on our shoulder. I still think that teams are. Even though last year teams were after us, I think they're even more after us just because we have that, we have that on our back. But like I said, we can't get complacent with anything. We still gotta make sure that we do stay as a team, just stay our sisterhood is like no other. And I feel like if we just keep playing and playing together and keep going, I think we have a good chance of just making a run again.
Yeah, teams are on our backs now. We throughout the years, we've been one of the top teams, but now since we won the state, they're definitely, coming after us, giving it their all every game. Whether they think they can beat us or not, they're going all out trying to upset us or, just beat us, because it's crazy. But I just I'm just proud of the team and how we've won the championship. And I feel like we could do it again as long as we, stay together. We're a different team than we were last year. So, we're smaller and we have different leaders now. So it's just going to be different, but I feel like we can do it.
Fun question here. Who's your favorite basketball player? Men or women?
I personally, my all-time favorite has always been Allen Iverson. Love his game.
I like that.
Don't get no better than him.
Makes
I like
sense.
that.
Madison?
Well, my favorite player is Sue Bird. She's just a great overall player. She does what I do, and she's one of my inspirations. So I try to play like her sometimes. Even Coach Queese, she compares me to her all the time. So it's just funny. Like, she's my inspiration. I'm trying to play like her. So yeah.
For me, too, I think a lot of people have misconceptions on women's and girls basketball in general. For someone who may not know a lot or have ever gone to a girls basketball game, just tell them, what are they missing out on if they're not going to come and see you guys play?
Fundamental basketball.
Yes.
You don't get no better than that. You'll see, like, with men's basketball, they're a lot more aggressive. They're more up tempo. But with the women's, you'll actually see, we love the game. We're compassionate about it. We get our teammates involved. You don't really ever see one-on-one. I mean, there are times where girls play one-on-one, but overall, it's just a team effort, and I feel like we play overall basketball, and that's what
I would agree. I think last night in the game against Pick North, the way you guys passed the ball as a team was incredible. You have star talent between you and Madison and Nicole and others on the roster, but you didn't care who scored. I mean, you guys, there was one possession I remember in the second half. You literally 8 or 9 passes. You got an easy look under the basket. Has it always been that way, or the coaching staff there at Pick Central done a good job to kind of instill that in you guys?
I don't think it's like before us. I don't know if it's been that way, but as long as that we've been in high school, it's always been a team effort. If always look to pass ahead. If you see somebody open, like I think I remember in the game, I had a fast break, but Madison was ahead of me. It was the easier thing just to get it to her other than running all the way down the court for a layup. So just thinking of team before me is definitely what we try to do.
That's big time.
Yeah.
That is
All
big
right,
time.
I like to get my PSAs in here, man, on the academic side, man. Let's get it in right now. I want both of you ladies, I don't care who answers first or last, I want you both to just talk about the importance of academics, how it's played a role into affording you the opportunities that you have. You sign with Power 5 top programs in the country, but you wouldn't have had the opportunity without knocking out your books in the classroom. So just talk about the importance of it and how seriously you take the school side.
Yeah, it's very important. Academics come first. That's why we were called student athletes, So academics has been very important in my life, just helping me get looks from different schools, and, my life is not just basketball. I have a bigger future ahead, and like what I study in college, I don't know yet, but whatever I study, is going to help prepare me for life ahead of just basketball. So I'm excited about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like when Madison said, basketball doesn't last forever. Eventually it has to come to an end. So what's your plan B? What's your part 2 of life? So I always think that academics is very important. I know my dad has always stressed academics to me. Because, if you don't get the grades, you can't play. It doesn't matter. You can be the top player in the country, but if you don't have the grades to play, then none of that matters. So, hitting the books, just always doing that extra things to study and make sure that you're set for life. Because, basketball is okay, but, academics is what is important. So you got to always, keep that first because we are student athletes.
Absolutely. And you guys both are signed, committed to Power 5 schools. What was the recruiting process like for both of you? What were some schools that were coming after you, and what was it that, made you make the decision to, commit where you're at?
Mine was a bit stressful, especially towards my junior year. I felt like, as we were talking about, I felt like I was a little overlooked. Like I didn't get the looks that I felt like I should have got. But I knew it was God's plan. I knew that eventually that He would bring me to a school that, believed in me. So, I just felt like there were so many signs. I got offered in July. I think it was, 2016 by Auburn. And, like there was just so many signs. Like I'll just be walking in the mall and see an Auburn shirt. I'll be reading a book and then something that says Auburn. So I'm like, and then I went on campus and it was just amazing. Like the coaching staff is just great. Coach Flo knows what she's doing. They're such a defensive team and they go after it every night. They play with heart. I just think that the way they play it really fits me, and I think that that was the best place for me to go, and I think God led me there. So,
Madison, same question for you.
You know, the reason I picked Penn State is because, you know, the coaches, the staff, the players that I'm coming in with, you know, I met them on my official visit. It was during the Penn State-Ohio State game, so that was just an amazing experience, first off. But, you know, just the reason I made that decision is because, you know, just the family atmosphere that I felt with the team, you know, and I just feel like the way they play is, you know, it fits me, it fits my style. I feel like I could be there, I could be successful, I could be, you know, everything I dreamed of being, you know, and, you know, it's just been a great experience, but the recruiting process was stressful. You know, I didn't think I would have made it to a Power 5, you know, Big Ten school, you know. But I'm glad they gave me a chance. You know, I'm 5'6", you know, I'm short. People don't necessarily, you know, believe in short people, but I'm just glad they gave me a chance. And I'm just here to prove them right and, you know, make them proud.
Now, defending state champs, the goal is to get back. What's it going to take to get back to that point and host that trophy once again?
I think it's just going to take, you know, teamwork, effort, you know, keeping God first, just believing in each other, you know, just going after it, just keep playing with heart every night. We know that we have something to play for, and, you know, we know that we never give up. So as long as we know that we went out there and we put our all into the floor, then I think we'll be very successful and we can make another run.
Right. You know, like you said, keep God first. You know, we pray before every game, you know, and we stay together. We're a family, and I feel like our bond is unbreakable. And, you know, as long as we practice hard, you know, the practices should be harder than the games. You know, the games should just be out there having fun, doing what we do, you know. And I feel like as long as we keep in the process of what we're doing, I feel like we can make it far.
We definitely are. We're pulling for all the Central Ohio teams, but this team right here, Pick Central, is definitely special. Let's talk about the McDonald's All-Americans. Let's talk about it. It's a list out there, you know, the best players, seniors in America. Both of your names are on this list. I mean, just talk about the feeling when you seen that.
Honestly, when I seen the tweet and I was like, I wonder if I'm going to be on this. I didn't know I was going to be on it. So when I see my name, I was definitely surprised. But it was definitely a great moment to feel, you know, just being nominated as an All-American, that's a blessing. So it felt like everything that you work for, it's like right there. Because I've always been like, that'd be cool. That'd be an awesome experience to, you know, be a McDonald's All-American, and to get nominated is a true honor.
Madison?
Very much so. You know, I don't follow the McDonald's All-American Instagram, Twitter till now, but like I didn't expect myself to be on there, honestly. Somebody tagged me in it, so I would have never known if somebody didn't tag me in it. But yeah, I was like, am I really on here? So I had to like scroll through all the names, like, oh my gosh, my name really on here. It was a surprise, but like she said, it's a blessing. You know, I'm very grateful, and you know, whatever happens next, I don't know. But I'm just glad to be nominated. It's a blessing.
Well, I'll be excited. 270 Hoops will be covering the girls' district finals this year, so I hope to see you guys there, Division I. Is there any player or team, Maliya, that you want to go up against this year and have a chance to meet on the court?
I definitely want to get back at Dublin Kaufman. Sophomore year, J.C. Shelton hit a 3 in the corner. I'll never forget that moment. I've always just wanted to have that, you know, that revenge, that, you know, that's always been just something. So I hope that we'll go up against Dublin Kaufman either in probably the districts or regionals, wherever, you know, what bracket we jump in, what bracket they jump in. We're ready for war, so.
Yeah, honestly, same. You know, Dublin Kaufman and Newark, you know, we still have a little grudge against them. You know, they took us out our freshman and sophomore year. But, yeah, I just feel like we could, as long as we still keep doing what we're doing, we can beat them. And I'm very, you know, positive that, you know, we can make it far in the tournament.
All right, so I like for you guys to shout out the people who have been influential to you. All right, and that's parents, coaches, teammates. Okay, you both been in basketball for, Madison longer than Maliya. Only 5 years All-American. Yeah,
That's pretty good. That
That
ain't
is.
bad at all.
But let's shout out some of the people who have, nobody does these things alone. So let's give some credit to the people that have helped you get here. Again, parents, coaches, teammates. Those people that you practice with every day.
Yeah.
Shout them out.
First, I just want to thank my dad. He's always been there for me, been my #1 fan and also my #1 critic. I want to thank the Horston family, Jordan, that's my best friend, Miss Horston, Mr. Horston. They've always been there every AAU tournament. If I was ever down, they picked me up. I want to thank Tanya McClure Harrison. I want to thank Shaq. I don't know if you guys know her. She played at OSU too. She played at Newark. And Tamika, I want to thank Tamika as well. And just everybody that's helped me get to where I am, my high school coach, Coach Hedgepeth, and Coach Wallace, and especially my college coaches, Coach Flo, Coach Walters, Coach Garcia, and Coach T, just for always believing in me. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for getting me to where I am. And
Before,
and thank you guys for having us.
you're
of course. No, we
course,
thank
yeah.
you more. But I didn't know if you know this. Did you know that Coach Flo played at Penn State?
Yep, she played at Penn State, and she.
Nah.
Yeah, she. And I don't know if you guys know that. Boo Williams is her brother.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah, Boo Williams is her brother.
Hey,
Oh,
we're
she's
learning everything today, man.
Yeah.
She coached at Butler for a while. I know a lot. So, she knows her basketball. She does.
Definitely. Madison, same for you. Who you want to shout out?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
just
know
wanna-
right now why it's going viral.
I just want to shout out to my dad. Like I said, he's the one that got me into this. I'm gonna say thank you to my mom. For supporting me, and my grandmas, and all my friends and all my family that come out to my games every game. They come, from an hour or two away, and they still show up every game. I'm just grateful. Some people don't have that support system or that family that come out there and just watch you play. But I'm very grateful and blessed that they can do that. And I want to say shout out to my best friend Mariah. She's always been there for me. Someone to talk to, someone to keep me up. Motivate me and keep me in the right path. I want to say shout out to all my teammates. I love y'all. We're like this. We stay together all the time. We're so close, and I'm just grateful for the relationship that we have together. And hopefully that will continue, as we separate, go off to college, we can still stay close. Shout out to, all my friends, there's just so many. But all my coaches, Coach Hedgepath, Coach Wallace, Coach Rob, Coach Joni, thank y'all so much, for, showing up to practice every day, pushing us to our max, getting us better, we're just here to make you proud. And we're very grateful for all the hard work that you put in, the money, time. It's a lot, but it's not just hard for us; it's hard for y'all. But we thank you very much.
Hey, there it is. So thank you. Look, as we wrap this up, I want to thank you both again.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks for having us.
Maliya Perry went to University of Auburn. Coach Flo, who played at Penn State from 1988 to 1991. All right. Madison Greene going to the University of Penn State.
Penn State University.
Yeah, Penn State University.
University.
Penn State University. They are
Penn State.
For Coach Washington, who played at Notre Dame from 89 to 93. So you both are going to get excellent tutelage at two top-notch programs. I want to thank you both again for joining us. The weather's bad. We're going to let you get out of here so we can all be safe. But I do want to say this to those publications out there who follow basketball, and they probably seen more basketball than I do year to year. But Maliya is an example of, to all you other players out there, whenever you start, don't get down on the rankings. Don't get down on what people say. You're seeing it right now.
Yep.
Right now, not ranked as one of the top 100, and it's totally ridiculous. These are two of the best players,
In the
both top
country,
100
absolutely.
players. No question about it. State champions,
And I
all
think
Americans.
going back to rankings, it doesn't matter where I have you ranked or where the next guy has you ranked. It matters where the school that's pursuing you has you on the recruiting board. For Maliya in particular, you were worried about the recruiting process. Auburn was on you from the very beginning. whether or not you were ranked number 1 or number 5,000. They wanted you, and that's what a lot of people miss. There's a misunderstanding out there. They think that, oh, I'm not ranked high on this publication, I'm not going to get recruited. It doesn't matter. If a school likes you and they're really evaluating, if you're good enough, they're going to recruit you.
So the Big Ten, the SEC, make sure you go out and support these young ladies. And I just want to say to you too, before I let you go, I believe if you and the other young ladies from Central Ohio and Ohio in general, this class of young women basketball players, if you continue to keep that bond, your relationships that you're going to build at the universities that you're going to go to, we can look back at this class as, you know, a group of young women that changed basketball for Central Ohio. The youth is going to be looking up to you. Your futures are going to be amazing. The opportunities that you're going to have are going to be amazing. So just kind of keep that in mind from afar. You know, you this group right here can literally change, you know what I'm saying, basketball and the way it's looked at around Ohio. So I want to thank you both. Pick Central State champions, Maliya Perry, Madison Greene on the Central Ohio Hoops Report. Hey, thank you again.